and then you're going to
Okay.
okay. When did you decide to create a scholarship for education students?
I decided to create a scholarship when I was thinking about what to do with some money and some money that would last forever. And I loved teaching at Troop High School and I loved Gordon College because I had been driving through there and I said, this school is about something because the buildings always look so nice and then you're constantly putting up new buildings. I said, I know what I want to do. I'm going to give some money to Gordon College by way of Troop High School so I can kill two birds with one stone.
Okay. So I guess we already answered them why you decided. So I'm going to go to right to how does it feel to have given this scholarship? What's it feel like for you?
Well, I think it really feels great that I've given the scholarship. I didn't really think that much about it until people would come up and say, well, that was so nice of you to do that. That was so generous. I just kind of thought it was pretty good then that I've done something that will last forever, and it's something that I know my parents would have been very proud of me for doing so, and so would my grandparents.
You've been a teacher for more than 30 years. You're retired now. What does the profession of teaching mean to you?
The profession of teaching means everything to me because I was brought up with the importance of education, always with my parents and with my grandparents, and I just respect it so much. It means everything. I just think it is free and everybody should get an education because you can't do a thing without it. Not nothing.
And then finally, I want you to tell us a story about how, I guess you're going to have to tell us that your mother was a teacher, your father was a teacher, and how you snuck in the car when you were 3 years old.
Well, I got started really early with going to school because my mom used to teach at a two-teacher school here in Barnesville, Georgia. And I was 3 and too smart for my age, but I was supposed to stay with my grandparents while she went to work. But every other day, I would hide in the back of the car, lay down on the floor, and when she would get to school, she would have to always whip me and then bring me right back to my grandparents' house. But one day it was pouring down rain. We were going to Bethel School, and when I got to school and she found me in the car, she gave me my daily whipping, and then we went inside. And there was a young guy writing to 100 on the board, and he did it incorrectly. And I said, Mom, that's not right. She said, well, if you know so much, you go up there and do it. And I went to the board and I wrote to 100, and she made me start going to school every day. And then we went right on to Chapel. I went to elementary school at Chapel, which was a two-teacher school with my mom and dad. And then from there to Booker High School. I think I came to Booker High School in the 8th grade. And at Booker High School, I went right on through. I won the oratorical contest against seniors when I was in the 8th grade. My daddy wrote my speech. It was This I Believe. And then my senior year, I was the valedictorian of our class at 15, and then on off to college and everywhere else.
So,
That's
can we get you say something about this land? Why are we sitting here out here in the middle of
Oh,
the field having a
we
conversation?
are sitting out here by the pond that was built. Well, my granddaddy had it built. And in the midst of this is just a small amount of land that my grandfather acquired. And he always said, don't you ever sell the land because that's the one thing God is not making any more of. And even though all of my uncles and aunts are dead and my grandparents are dead, we still have every piece of that 400 or more acres of land.
Excellent.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. What
you're
else?
good.
Yeah.
Did you
Did
see
you want
how?
to talk about? She mentioned her adventures abroad. I don't know if that fit into your.
I wish
or
you
if that's a
could,
tangent, we have enough tape for it.
I wish you could talk about the naked man, but
I'll just tell you a few of the places that I've traveled
that's
to.
a good idea.
My mom asked me one night, she said, would you like to go to Australia? And I said, oh my God, yes. That's what I wanted to do all of my life. She says, well, if you will get me some prune juice there, then I will take you to Australia. So off we went to Australia and New Zealand, and I did the Great Barrier Reef. And since her death, I spent a week in the Amazon and a week in Lima, Peru. I just recently returned from Japan, and I found a haven in the Dominican Republic where I've been going down to Punta Cana forever. I've been on 18 cruises and cannot swim one itsy bitsy bit. I've been to Jamaica and Cozumel, and I haven't been to Scotland I've not been to England, but I understand it's kind of dreary there, so I'll save that for a later date.
What would you say to someone else, other Gordon alumni or friends of Gordon, to challenge them to do something similar to what you've done with?
Well, as I went to graduation today, I saw a closeness of faculty and students. It was like there was a family type atmosphere. It almost reminded me of where I went to college. I went to college at Talladega, and it was a closeness, it was a family cohesiveness. And if you love your school and you want to give back to your school, then it is the thing to do, because it'll make you feel good.
All right, I think we're good.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
it's coming, so we need to get you indoors.
Okay.